You saw the introduction slide, right? How to share OPP effectively. But where are you here? Can you tell me? Can you type in the chat box? Don't have, you're here to learn. You can hear me, to see us both, to dig gold. Okay, I think it's important. You are here, you want to say, oh, I want to know how to share OPP effectively. Do you even know what is OPP? Fauzia say, because I want to learn. What do you want to learn, Fauzia? I mean, ask yourself this question because you're going to spend about an hour with me. So, and with yourself and with the rest of the participants here. So be very clear why you are here so that your time here will not be wasted. Wow, can translate to money, learn and share better and translate to money. Okay, very good. So having that clarity, right, is important because we don't want to be here to read out the slide to our participants. They know how to read. So be very clear on that. And I've actually prepared what you call that, a starting slide. Okay, I'm going to share now. Will not keep you waiting. Okay. So just now Joanne mentioned, right, it's about our purple ocean. Some people say they like the color purple. You like it or not? Whether you like the color or not, you must like the business model, okay? So what do we need to do before we go into any presentation, be it on Zoom, be it a one-to-one, be it a phone call, whatever it is? You know, it is important that you are prepared, right? Okay, at this point, I can't really see your chat. I can't really see the chat. Okay, if you could give me a minute because I would like this to be an interactive session and I would like to be able to see what your type. Okay, I'm going to put the chat box out so that I can continue to interact. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay. Slideshow. Okay, be prepared. So intention, when you meet a friend for an appointment, what is your intention? It is very important because when your intention is clear, you will be able to get what you want at the end of the day. But your intention, if it's not clear, they will be afraid of you. Wow, want to sell me something, want to make me spend money, correct? Do you agree with this intention? If you do, give me some response. Yeah. So next, while you are typing, next. Are you excited about what you're sharing? I think it is very important. If we are not excited about what we are sharing, right? Do you think your audience will be excited? They probably won't, right? If you say, oh, there's this, you're into, like now I'm into more healthier food. And then I tell you, I say, hey, yesterday I went to a cafe. They sell very nice salad, soup, burger, wow, all very healthy, made of natural ingredient. Do you want to go and eat? Versus, wow, yesterday I chanced upon a cafe, you know, their food is so yummy. It's all made natural. After eating, I don't feel bloated. I feel very good, very energetic. Which one would you choose? You know, like the first one, you will actually want to go, or the second one will make you like, hey, quickly tell me where it is I want to go. Which one would you choose? So we have to be excited. Third is clarity. Do you know all your slides well? Okay. Do you know every slide? What is the intended message or what is your intended message? Every slide has a purpose. It is there to guide us. But what is your intended message? What do you want to tell your audience? So all these three very important. Do you agree with me? If you do, I think you don't want to type, you just type numbers. I think you like to type numbers. Give me a 2. If you think these 3 points to prepare is very important. Yeah, so I added this slide because I feel that we have to be prepared each time before we go out. So for me, my intention today is really to bring about clarity, because I think a lot of information in there we know. We hear it like so many times, but do we have clarity when we are trying to convey this message to people? If we don't, we are just stating facts that they already know, then you won't get the result. Then in the end, you end up thinking, this business is not for me. Don't land yourself in that situation. Okay, now we go into the topic itself. Okay, so P1, for those of you who are not new, right, you actually know that P1 was product. How come this OPP P1 becomes pain point? So what exactly is pain point? Pain point is if you hurt yourself, you press that part, is painful, right? So it's like, wow, so cruel. Go and poke on people's pain point. But it depends on how you do it. There's always ways to do it tactfully. Okay, so why is the pain point important? Because what are we trying to achieve here? We're trying to identify their needs. We're trying to get them into a reality check about what is their ideal future and what are the key advantages of a direct selling platform, because this is the platform we are in, right? So there are 3 points that you see on top that says, right direction is more important than working hard. And I'm sure those of you who are here today are already in M Life business. You know what this means. Later, I'll elaborate using the subsequent slides. And next, we're going to talk about multiplication, which is the ESBI formula. And then the black swan and why into direct sales. Okay, so just giving you one example of a pain point that I had, that I actually found in a very typical example, but I actually didn't realize that it is going to make an impact for this person. So if you all know Sandra Keen, so we were colleagues before. And when she got interested in the product for her friend, I just casually asked her, because I know that I was already out of the company. I just casually asked her and said, hey, do you want to consider alternative income for yourself? Because I was from a income generating department, and you are a cost center. Are you not worried that the company has no more projects? So why don't you consider something? Then she thought, I didn't know what went through her mind. She thought for less than 5 minutes, and she looked at the package back then, and she said, yeah, okay. So I didn't know at that point, I didn't know that was her pain point. I thought I was just stating the facts. But luckily she said yes, because just before COVID in 2019, she really got retrenched. And guess what, when people get retrenched, I think most of the time people are sad, people are shocked, people are not happy. But she was laughing because she already had a backup, a team there, a business there for her to continue to get the income. Don't you think? And I feel good till today, because I contributed something good to a person's life. Don't you think so? If you actually can contribute to a friend to help them in need, don't you think that is actually a blessing, rather than, oh, pain point, I go and press it further? So yeah, so pain point is important, or sometimes we call it the soft spot, Okay, so P1, we are clear why we want to do P1. Now we go into the details. Okay, look at this. I'm sure this is something not new to all of you. Do you know what this is talking about? So first thing to ask, look at the top line. See this slide, look at the top line. Do you want to lead a happy and fulfilling life? So I asked the audience here, do you want to lead a happy and fulfilling life? Can you answer me? Whether you want to have time freedom, don't have to worry about money, you today want to lepak, you want to relax, you don't want to do anything, you can just do it. Yeah, Fauzia said yes, yes, yes too means yes, yes, right? So who doesn't want, right? So ask your friend, although it's an obvious question, ask them. And when you ask, don't straight away cut it off. Wait for their response. Invite them to reply, because you are trying to do some fact finding. So discuss about it, find out what is it that they want and what is it that they don't want, and what is it that, wow, Joanne is times 1,000 times. Thank you, Joanne. She really want a very happy and fulfilling life. So yes, who doesn't want it? But some people think they can't have it. So this is a question where you can have some deeper conversation to find out what this person is really thinking about when they say I want with exclamation mark. So you see, everybody wants it. It's just some people think they can't have it. So have a conversation to understand. Next is this slide. You see the triangle on the left, you see all the words on the right. Do you actually understand what this thing is trying to tell you? Because we have to understand the slide in order to be able to share, right? So what this thing is saying is, on the left, what it's saying is, there's a statistic, out of 100 people by age 65, what happens? So as you can see on top, the 5%, 4 plus 1, people who are relatively well off, only 4%. People who are wealthy, only 1%. And on the right, then it shows, wow, this 1% comprises of what kind of people? 74% have their own business. That's why you see it's highlighted in red, because it's a high percentage. What about the other second and third? They are listed, they are CEO of listed companies, they are doctors, lawyer, professionals. So only these people get to enjoy happy and fulfilling life. Is it true? Is it really true? Will your friend think, oh, I don't belong to this category? But is it true? Tell them, hold on first. I'm just showing you statistics. You know, I'm going to share with you something later. So give them hope, get them excited, because you're bringing them through a journey, like telling them a story. So you have to maintain that enthusiasm and maintain that interaction so that your friend will continue to be engaged with you, rather than halfway through it's like, I don't want to listen anymore. You know, this person keep preaching and keep talking about this, talking about that. I already know. So don't watch them. If it's one-to-one, if it's physical, watch them. Don't let them go into a mode of thinking and not listening to you. So stay engaged. Okay, so I hope you are engaging with me, because I can't see you all. Nobody is turning on your camera. If you can turn on your camera, at least I can see your expression, right? So I hope you are still there. Give me a 3. I just need to make sure I'm not talking to a screen. Okay, I'm moving on to the next next slide. Fauzia, thank you, Fauzia, very participative. Okay, and hey, thanks, Irene. And next, what is your current career doing for you? Is it only generating an income for you, or is it generating wealth? Do you know the difference? Ask your friend, is it generating income or generating wealth? Make the session, I'm talking about one-to-one, or even like in a small group Zoom. If it's in a big group, you probably can't, but you can always ask questions, because it's for them to think. Even if they can't, you can't see them, they don't respond to you, but every of your question set them thinking, what is it that is, what is their current situation like? Okay, so if they're just generating income, will they ever get to the day where they can have the life they want? Will it? Ask the question, then let them think. You know, don't keep telling them bad things, let them think, because people are smart, they know how to think. Okay, so that's the intention of that slide. Next, we talk about people need to earn money, right? What are the different ways of earning money? This is the way most of us know, to go and work. Okay, we are talking about in Singapore, most of us are trained this way. We are educated to look for a good job. So we look for a job. So those who are good become professionals, and the rest, they either do service industry or kind of industry. So what does this kind of work do? I mean, those of you who used to work or still working will understand what I mean. We actually trade time for money. You go in, clock 8 hours, 10 hours, you get a certain return. If you don't go, don't have. Just like myself, I used to work many hours, love working. So I was drawing good salary when I'm working. But guess what? When I decided to quit, no more money. When you don't work, why would they pay you, right? Even when I took a 6-month break, it's a no pay leave. So no work equal no income. And limited income, because depending on what level you are at, the income is there. And with this pandemic, right, if there's no pay cut, it's already very good. Don't even talk about pay rise. And I know of people who didn't have pay cut, but they have additional workload, additional stress. And the worst thing is you don't have time freedom, because you're expected to, when you go office, your time is locked in the office. When you work from home, they expect you to be on Zoom. I'm sure some people online can relate, right? They expect you to be on Zoom. You know, they still want to track you. So how can you become wealthy by working for others? I mean, I don't know whether you know of any friends that became very, very rich when they are just a normal worker. Now, if you have, please tell me. I'm keen to know what kind of job they are doing, okay? Next. Okay, next is conventional business. I think most of us are very familiar. Conventional business can be things like setting up shop, you know, setting up a company to produce stuff. So conventional business risk very high, right? You need capital. You need to have experience. You can't open a restaurant and don't know how to cook, and you just rely on your staff. Yes, you can do it, but you'll be at their mercy. If they don't turn up, what are you going to do? Can your restaurant continue to operate when your head chef don't come? You know, and with the capital, say you have the capital, you know, you still have to manage a lot of things. And with this pandemic, right, say you do a retail business with this pandemic, when there's lockdown, how do you continue with business? And with that, if you open a shop, a restaurant, a cafe, whatever that is, right, you need a good location. No matter how good your business model is, location speaks, is a very important element. And with location come with price. The better the location, the higher the rent. So even when your business don't do well, you still have to pay the rent. Doesn't mean that this month my business not so good. They said, the landlord said, don't need to pay rent. So it's a high risk business. Okay. And lastly, third one is a chain business. So what's a chain business? Chain business are businesses with many, many outlets. It can also be like a franchise business, like we all know McDonald's, KFC, Starbucks. The local ones will be like Ya-Kun, and we have Cheers, the 24 hours a convenience store. So all these also need capital. To start a Ya-Kun, easily you need a 6-digit investment. Then you need to look for staff, you need to manage staff problem, and again, location, you need to pay high rental for good location. So this one, the good thing is the risk is low because you are actually utilizing somebody's name, somebody's system. You don't need an experience to do that. Okay, but it is still a case where not everyone who take on a franchise will be successful. And you also, to do any traditional business, but be it the second or third one, you need to have deeper pockets, meaning funds on standby, because a lot of traditional business, because of the huge investment, it doesn't mean 1-2 years you can get back your money. It will take at least 3 years. You're lucky, 3 years. If you're not lucky, maybe 6 years, maybe 8 years. So it really depends. Okay. So these are this particular slide is for you to talk through with this person. Where are they at? Are they the first one working for people? Are they doing conventional business, or are they doing a franchise business? If they fall into one of them, then you do a comparison. If they are considering, so depending on what kind of situation they are in. If it's general, then you talk through all. But if you know they are in a specific one, it is good to have a chat, have a discussion with people so that you engage them and get to hear their problem. If they are in a conventional business selling clothes now, then they'll be telling you, oh, nobody is coming out now because of pandemic. They are buying clothes online. It's so cheap, and I can't do it because I have to really slash the price, and I'm not willing to do it. So when you hear all these points, that's where you can interact, respond, and you know how to manage this person at a later time, not immediately. Okay. Okay, next one, ESBI. Who knows of this ESBI model from Rich Dad Poor Dad, the book? Who knows? Anybody? Yes? No? Do you know this chart well? So for people, right? If you look at this chart, whether you know or you don't, if you don't, good to from Cynthia knows Robert Kiyosaki. Yes. So this is actually a very good book. If you like to read, read it. If you don't like to read, go to YouTube. There is audio book to listen. You can actually listen to shorter video summaries because it is actually a very good model for us to see. So thank you, Cynthia, for responding to me that I'm not so lonely here. So get to know this model, this slide, read every single word, get to know what this slide is trying to tell you, because only when you know the content, then you can communicate. So when you talk to a friend, hey, where do they fall? Do they fall under the left side? So the left side talks about the poor, the left top right is the poor. You can see the word there, background with purple color. 60% of the people are in this category. You have a job. Your life is determined by others. Do you like that? I used to think it was okay, but now I don't like it anymore because we are trained to just accept, right? So I used to think, okay lah, I take a salary, I just work. But now I don't like my life to be determined by others. So check with your friend. So at the end of the day, is financial freedom possible if you continue to stay in that quadrant? Next, we talk about the one below it. It says, you own a job. Wow, what is this? What do you mean by you own a job? Look at the yellow one. It says you're self-employed. So this self-employed, what can it refer to? It refers to businessmen. No? They open a shop, or they can be doctors. They can be dentists, but they still need to trade time with money. Because if you are a doctor or a dentist, or you open a shop, you need to open your shop for business. You need to lock your time in there to earn the money. When you close shop, will the money still come? Most of them, I mean, majority will not. So you can take a break, but not too long, because when you take a break, no income. Okay, so this is the left side. Then the right side. What is the right side? Okay, the right side basically talking about the rich. Oops, it's talking about the rich. Sorry, because the screen run. Okay, so the left side, the right side actually talks about the rich. So on top, you saw the 5%. So the rich is really very little. Huh? Do you want to be part of the rich? Who wants to be part of the rich on the right side? Who wants to be part of this 5% on top or the 5% below? Nobody. Ask your friend. Hey, would you like to move from the left to the right? Irene say me. Irene, you see, Irene is already pretty well off. She still wants. So don't be afraid to want something because it's free. Nobody asking you to pay to move to the right. Okay, so ask your friend. Hey, now you're on this 60%, you know, you want to move to the 5%, no, move to the rich. They might keep quiet. They might, because most people don't dare to say, I want, because they didn't think it's possible. So just tell them, relax lah, then doesn't have to do anything. Do you want to move to the right? So tell them what is the right. Is, wow, big businesses. Who are these 5% people? You own a system that works for you. So don't you think it is nice that they have people, they have a system, they have people working for them to generate the income. So this is for big businesses. Eventually, when they have the money, Wendy, Daphne, you see, these people, they dare to say, I want. So there's nothing wrong in saying I want. Like Daphne also very well off, but she doesn't mind money. In fact, it is from her that I'm learning to love money. It's like, wow, the more the merrier, right? So really thankful for Daphne letting me know that there's nothing wrong to like money, to love money, and there's nothing wrong to actually, and it's good to be rich because with money we can do a lot of things. So on the right, the rich people has people working for them. They are big businesses. What about the bottom? When you reach a stage where you can become an investor. When you become an investor means you got spare money to spend. What is it? Not to spend to buy clothes, It's to spend to invest. That's why you heard this phrase, the rich gets richer, because they know how to grow their money. So if you don't know, find help lah. Yeah, so definitely say no need to be shy. No money, cannot do anything. With money, we can do many things. So money in the hand of someone good, right, can do a lot of wonders. So encourage your friend, give your friend the hope, the courage to dare to want it. Because when I talk to DX in my early years with M Life, that's what he tells me. You know, you must dare to dream. You must dare to think what is it that you can achieve in this platform. So really, when you talk to them, you need to have that so that your friend can feel you. If they cannot feel you, if you are the one talking, you don't even think you can get there, then how are you going to ever be able to convince them? Yeah. Okay, so this slide is very important. Go and read every word. Next. Black swan. Do you know what is the black swan? When I first heard the black swan, I'm like, what's that? So with anything today, we look for Google, right? We ask Mr. Google, what is black swan? So black swan says, Google says, black swan is an unpredictable or unforeseen event, typically one with the extreme consequences. Do you think we are in extreme situation now? We all thought that it's going to be just few months or even a year, but now we are already in the 3/4 of the second year, and we are still in it, and it's still going. So this is a very extreme situation. Has it hit you? Has it affected you, your life in one way or another? I'm sure it has, right? But you think further, who has it hit the most? Many industries, many people's life, many people's livelihood, actually. In particular, one of them will be travel industry. The people who rely on tourism, the airline, the tour guides, they have to change, they have to go and be safety ambassador. They really have to take a pay cut. Some people they do a home business, sell food and all kind of things. What about people out there, businesses? Are there businesses that got hit? Yeah, plenty. Yeah, be it fashion business, be it hawker, be it F&B, all kinds. I mean, do you know of anyone who got hit? Any kind of business that get hit? You may want to share in the chat, because I may not be able to list all, but every day in the news, we will know that there are people who cannot keep up with times. I mean, the most poor thing are the hawkers who are old, they don't have the next generation helping. they have to close shop because they cannot trade further with this pandemic. So this black swan really came unexpected. So talk about this so that people realize sometimes, yeah, cleaner, laundry business, service, hotel. Yeah, it's right. That me said that. Sometimes people are caught in their own problems. They can't think of all this. So it is for us to state a few examples. The best is state those that they can relate, which is why the front part is important for you to have conversation. The more they can relate to you, the more buy-in there will be when it comes to the end. Okay. Next, you can say, wow, do you know, after you said all the businesses affected, then you said, do you know there's one business, this is not the only one, but there is one that has seen growth during this pandemic, and that is direct selling. And it has seen 10 to 15% growth. And this is interesting. Why is that so? Because it has a low entry point for people to start a business. And today, jobs are not secure. Anything happen, they will give you a letter and tell you bye-bye. So people are worried. People are fearful, not just fearful of getting COVID, fearful of losing their job, fearful that they cannot pay for their living expenses. So ask them if they're still working, great. Tell them, look at a backup option, because this backup option is a very important safety net in today's context. So Irene said she saw quite a lot of F&B close down. This is very true. It's very sad. I mean, we're from the same industry. Seeing this is really very sad, but there's nothing we can do because it's a situation. And really, really, I'm glad we're out. You know, seeing our friends who are still working in the malls, stressed up with tenants seeking help, you know. So relate to their issue, and you know, we can't help them solve that problem, but we have other proposition to actually propose, to actually suggest to them. Yeah. Okay. Next, after P1 comes P2. So P2, what is it? It's our potential. So this is something that I'm sure most of you are very familiar with. We talk about the red ocean versus the blue ocean. And we talk about the 4 pillars of health: the drinks, diet, exercise, and rest. And its potential, the huge potential of $585 billion for this sleep market, and how MLife has grew 500% in just 3 years. So the objective is to show how MLife is different. Okay, so P2 is very straightforward. Why are we different? And this one you should be familiar as well. We are talking about red ocean versus blue ocean. Red ocean is everybody is already in it. So if you want to be rich, or you want to be wealthy, you want to have a beautiful life with time freedom, financial freedom. Jack Ma said this way before COVID. The next richest man and woman, you know, we are ladies, huh? Men and women, comes from the health industry. So when you say that, they'll be like, oh, I'm already in health industry. Like, oh, okay, you're in health industry. We don't put people down, but we compare and show them what is actually more efficient. Okay, so basically red ocean is very competitive. We generally talk about supplements. A lot of people are already doing it. What we have to offer is a blue ocean where not many people, we don't have many competitors. So ask them, do you know of any company that is doing this sleep wellness business? And also ask them, do you think there is a demand? You know, do you know of people? If you ask them, do you think there's a demand? They may not know, but you ask a different question. You ask them, do you know of people around you who do not sleep well? So when you ask that question, I'm sure they will know. You know, it will come to mind many people. Okay, so this is really a comparison, and ours is the blue ocean. Next, the 4 pillars of health. You know, do you know how to explain this? Health, in health arena, we have drink, diet, exercise, and rest. So ask them, do you have a water machine at home? So depending on the answer, in Singapore, our percentage is not as high, but have a conversation, not too long, because our focus is not here, our focus is at the end. And then we talk about diet. You see, diet is not even inside here because it's so much. We didn't put a picture, but the word is there. And then exercise. Okay, a massage machine, a massage chair came out. Tell them exercise, or exercise treadmill, equipments, or massage chair. All these are already doing very well. Are they still selling very well? Yes. But what about rest? Is anybody doing the rest part? And this is the thing that our company, our founder, only in his 40s, so young, he saw this potential that nobody has seen yet. So you have to emphasize this part that rest is something that is not competitive yet. And then bring them backwards a little bit and ask them, hey, if you own if you have a household of 4 to 6 people, how many water machine and how many massage chair would you buy for your family? How many? Can you tell me? You buy one, right? But if you have 4 people at home, how many sleep device you need? Remember, very important, don't use the word mattress. Okay? Sleep device, you change the value. When you use the word mattress, I know it's convenient for us to say mattress, but words get around and people will start saying you are selling mattress. And that is definitely not the business we are in. We are selling a device that helps people sleep well. It's a sleep device. So the potential is very different because one family don't just need one piece. One family of 4 will need 4 pieces. Okay, so this one, important, okay? Next, inability to sleep well. So there is this keyword search about insomnia and stress. And this is actually very, very high in year 2020. So the insomnia rate is very high among the young ones, those in the 90s, those in the 00 generation, basically talking about the 2000. Yeah. So this is high. And did you all see an article today? It is very sad to see that, but it also shows that we have a big potential. So if you saw the article or if you haven't, go and check it out. This is released, this is a report on the 6th September, right? It says Singaporeans are very sleep deprived and we are ranked #1 for fatigue score. This is not something we should be proud of. But at the same time, it shows we have a lot of market because people are working too hard, serving the internet too much. They need to sleep better. So our device is there to help them. This is the product angle. This is the product angle. Okay, of course, we have business angle as well. Okay, so this is to highlight the need, okay, in the market. Next, you have seen this as well. Global trend of sleep economy. How big is the market? You keep saying big, big, big. How big is the market? Tell them this chart, these numbers didn't come from MLife. It's from an external company. It's a German company. It shows this sleep economy is forecast to worth $585 billion by 2024. At this point, you may want to test it out. Do you want to be part of this? You know, there are points where you can pause and ask, isn't it exciting that you can join me together to just take 1% from here? We will really be able to lead a happy and fulfilling life. Okay, so show potential. Don't just say, wow, this is big. We get excited, but don't exaggerate. This one is very, very important. Okay, next is to talk about MLife. We used to be a traditional company, and the minute we change our format to network and we change our device into something that you use during sleep, in 3 years, the growth is 547%. If they're a businessman, ask them, wow, what kind of business can have this kind of growth in 3 years and just in one country, Malaysia alone? Ask them questions. Don't keep talking, remember to engage, remember to ask. Because if you rattle, for all you know, they're already not listening. So these are important points to note, okay? And also highlight that 3 years in the home country in Malaysia, but on the 4th year onwards, it has already rapidly expanded to 5 other markets, including here, Singapore. Singapore, if you can list out, is the best. You can list out Brunei, Singapore, Taiwan, Indonesia, Hong Kong. And it's also going to open in Thailand, in Australia, and in China. And the company plans to go all over the world. So excite them. Watch them and see, are they excited? Don't just be excited by yourself. Like now, I'm just feeling like I'm excited by myself because I cannot see you all, right? So, so when you're with your friend, engage them. So I'm trying hard to engage you all because I cannot see faces, but I am excited. Okay, next, P2 finish. Now it's the 3rd P, product. Product used to be our 1st P, right? Now it's the 3rd P. So after knowing their pain point, after knowing their needs, yeah, thanks, Daphne. After knowing their needs, right? And after seeing the potential, Then next is what? The soul of the company, the product. Huh? Thanks, Cynthia. The soul of the company, the product. If the product is no good, don't need to say anything. Okay, we have good products, and I'm sure all of you, you are here because you love our product, right? Give me a 5 if you love our product, because just now Joanne started by saying she's a happy product user. That's why she becomes our very happy MC here. Yeah, so we love the product, so we know the product well, and we want to share the product. So the objective here is what? We want to impress upon them that we have an R&D center in Japan. Our product is from Japan because everybody trusts Japan product. Everybody loves Japanese product, and people are more willing to pay when we tell them it's made in Japan. And we know our product is effective to help with the 8 major symptoms, and we can see result within a week for people who are fast. Okay, so, and the best thing is we don't need to change our habit. We can use it every single day. So this excitement, this enthusiasm, you have to be consistent. You got to make it last. Don't only do it for 5 minutes, then it is not real. Okay, so next, the second point, later I will run through in details as well. Testimony for our sleep device and platinum technology. We have lots of testimony. It's just, you just have to spend time, and it actually will take you more than a day to actually finish the testimony, and we have more coming. So, and also emphasize the fact that sleep is a health maintenance we can sustain for many years. Okay, later on, you really need to impress upon them that there are many good health products out there, but can you sustain usage for more than 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Sleep is the one that we have to do consistently every single day, and we are accepted by the market. Okay, so the P3, this product part, yeah, these are the objectives. Okay, so this slide has lots of words. So my suggestion is read the words beforehand. Okay, please do not read all the words on this slide. Your friend will fall asleep. Okay, highlight keywords, and the company has already highlighted for us in purple. So remember the years. If you cannot read the doctor, if you can read the doctor's name, is the best. If you can't, highlight key points. 1928, it's already 93 years. This technology has been around for a long time. So it's already proven. Who has proven it? Doctors, different doctors from Japan. And it has helped cancer and terminally ill patients with dramatic improvement after using. Okay, then after that, you mentioned the doctor's name. If you can, 1959, I really suggest go and learn how to read the Japanese name, Shin Mizukoshi from University of Tokyo. They endorse what? They endorse no side effect on human body. Then look at them, no side effect, because people are afraid of side effect, right? And then after that, another university, Toho University, there's this Dr. Maki Takada. He actually said that his research shows that it will help our bloodstream purify from acidic to more alkaline. And after 40 years, emphasize 40 years of studies, Japan Health Ministry finally recognized it as a home medical device. Health Ministry. So it is a big deal. Make it a big deal. Okay. So these are the key points. Okay, so far. Now we come to 8 major symptoms. This is the slide that you should really take the opportunity to interact with them. Thank you, Cynthia. Interact with them. 8 major symptoms. Wow, these are 8 common symptoms. Which are the ones you have? Get them to respond. Which are the ones you have? You don't have to talk about all 8, depending on your time. But it is pretty easy to guess that ladies will have headache, because every month we have PMS, right? Ladies will get headache. And office worker is also very easy to guess. They have neck and shoulder pain. So you can zoom in to ask, but if you notice that they are not willing, they are folding their arms, they are not willing to share this because they don't want you to know their problem, then okay, respect that. Thanks, Fauzia. So respect that. But you can actually start by using yourself as an example. Like for me, I used to have headache every single month. And when headache comes, I know the good thing is coming. Yeah. So if we are ladies talking, we can always talk about this. So it's the time of the month. That's why the headache is here to give me the signal. So if you have neck and shoulder pain from long hours of typing on a computer, you can always talk about that. Then if you happen to shake hand, talk about cold hand and feet, poor circulation. So understand, having a interaction, understanding their health condition is a good way to actually connect with them. Okay, so this one, don't just skip and rush through, you know, get to know them a bit more from here. Okay, because some people will tell you I have all, and some will tell you I have none, but really, yeah. So Wendy said she's listening intently. Thank you. So yeah, this is a slide that I like to talk to people about, because sometimes if we can see them, we know whether they are whether they are really telling you the truth, because they tell you, I don't have neck and shoulder pain, but they just keep doing this. They just keep pressing their neck and they just keep stretching. Then you know that there's something they're not open yet. Their hearts are still closed. Huh? So watch out for body language. Okay. So the other topic that we like to talk about is constipation. The understanding, you know, we take this time to do a bit of education as well and say, hey, actually, how many times do you poop a day? And if they have a kid, you ask them, so how many times does your child poop a day? So we all eat 3 meals. If you only poop once in every 3 days, it's not quite right, right? Yeah, so we do it politely so that they don't feel offended, unless they are the very open type. Okay, so utilize this slide and then tell them or ask them, do you know that if you do nothing, if let's say there are people who have this and they do nothing, it can become a very serious problem. Ask them this question. Some know, some doesn't. So never ever assume when you talk to somebody. If they know, okay, great. Yeah, if they don't, you are providing them information and people like it because you are giving them value versus trying so hard to try and sell something. This is something that is very important. We don't want people to feel like you want to sell them something, because when they already have that kind of thought in mind, they will not listen to anything that you say. Okay. Next is the traditional company. This slide, what is this slide? What is this slide for? This slide to me is for confidence. Okay, confidence in what? This technology has 93 years history. So what? But what about the company we are in, M Life? How many years of experience do we have? We also have long experience since 2003, and we used to be in traditional business. And why did the company turn around? Because the traditional business reached a stage where it's too hard to grow. Okay, and why these newspaper articles? So then you can start explaining from the left. You know, you start from the left. On the left, you can see, wow, why we appear in the newspaper. Because can you see here, you know, more than 10,000 people go and queue up to get this electric potential therapy. Why? And our first generation is not for sleeping, it's not convenient. They actually queue up to go inside and sit there. And this first generation, also electric potential therapy, also from Japan. And it's high voltage, you can only sit there for 30 to 40 minutes. Why would people bother to queue for an hour to sit for half an hour? Because it works. And because it works, it appears in the newspaper. So when after you say that, you mention, okay, remember the 8 major symptoms I mentioned earlier? So people with headache, insomnia, after 1-2 months, after they use, their situation improves. That's why they are willing to travel the distance to come and queue. Okay. Next, you know, 3 highs are very common. Do you know what are the 3 highs? Test them, see whether their health knowledge, are they good? You know, if they don't know, don't force them, just tell them, you know, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and high blood sugar. Then be like, oh, people who sit for about 3 to 4 months, they came back very happy to inform our staff that their doctor asked them to reduce medication from 2 to 1, 1 to half, and some even stop. And if you know of your own friends, right, that's what I do lah. If you know of your own friends who eventually do not need to take medication, or their doctors reduce their medication, I will tell them, you know, these are Malaysia testimonies, but I know of friends who already achieved that. I think the credibility is added. So tell them that. Then next, you refer them to this lady in pink. this lady actually has been had a stroke and has been on a wheelchair for 10 years. So she comes to the center every day. You see these 4 guys have to carry her up to 2nd floor because there's no lift. And after 4 months of daily use, daily, not once a week, daily use, she said, after 4 months, she said, let me try walking. And she could walk up and down the stairs herself. Don't you think that is wonderful? Can you imagine someone who cannot walk, finally can walk? The kind of joy. Yeah, get them to imagine, because when they can feel the joy, they can relate to you. Next, is this only for people who are sick? Because we talk so much, right? It's for people who has all kind of discomfort, all kind of problems. But if this person thinks they are very healthy, they will think this is not for me. So before the person said that, you can say, is this only for people who are sick? No, it's for people who are healthy as well, because we have people who actually, after using the device, grew out black hair. They already have gray hair, but they grew out black hair. Why? Because their body, their organs, their body become healthier. As such, the black hair start to grow again. So that's the intention of this slide, is to impress and give confidence that we are not trying to tell them things that are not true. Okay, then that's where you lead to this part. What is this slide trying to tell you? I think you must know a lot of people who likes to pop a pill very fast. When you get a headache, you pop a pill. When you cannot sleep, pop a pill. When you cannot poop, also pop a pill. So do they know by doing that regularly is actually harmful to their body? So just mention that after you pop a pill, does your headache come back? It does. So is it treating the root cause? No, that's why you use a plant as an analogy. If your friend likes to grow plant, whether they like or they don't like, they will know this analogy. When a weed grows out, you want to get rid of the weed, you have to pull it out. You cannot cut it off, because when you just cut it off, it will quickly grow back again. So give them the example to say, yeah, you get a headache, you take a pill, after the effect is over, it will come back. So we go on natural therapy. We don't take medicine, we don't have injection, and we have no side effects. So because we are relying on our natural self-healing power, you know, I'm sure everybody knows that our body is the best doctor. What is our role when we present this slide to them or share this slide to them? Is to remind them, is to remind them that our body can self-heal, but we need to give our body the resources to self-heal. Okay, so that's the intention of this slide. I hope you are clear every slide intention, because like I said, every slide there is a purpose. Have clarity, what is the message you want to give to the person in front of you, be it Zoom or physical. Next, we talk about the power of testimony. This is actually a video when we do a Zoom. It's a video that shows lots of testimonies. Okay, so we have so many testimony. Why do we have so many testimonies? Be it our sleep device, be it our Platinum Tech series, because the product is a simple reason, because the product works. And these people who benefited from the product is willing to stand out and share, so that they can actually bless other people. Okay, so testimony is very powerful. And finally, come to this part and say, our company, we are actually very focused on sleep wellness industry. As I mentioned to you, sleep wellness industry has little competition, little to literally no competition. So you see, where are our key products? We have our sleep device for blood health. We have a total sleep wellness program. And then we have, if you think you're healthy, but you prefer to have beauty, we also have the beauty range. And our Platinum Sleep Tech, right, helps with lymphatics. So the intention of this is to show we are very focused in sleep wellness, and we have all round. Okay. And if you want health, we have health. If you want beauty, we have products for beauty. Okay. And next, do you want to live a long life, longevity? We also have supplement, and these are food for our cells. So here is also, I find, is a good slide to test which area are they leaning towards. Yeah. So it's to show them what we have, but it's also good to test. Because if they are totally healthy, I'm sure if they are a female, some males today also want to look good. So if they are a female, they might say, hey, what is this beauty about? So test them, okay? If time permits, okay? Don't drag this for too long. Next, we are going to talk about Platinum series. So we have our Platinum Sleep Tech blanket, right? So you saw the line below. Oops. You saw the line below. Enjoy beauty sleep for life. Can ask your friend, hey, do you want to enjoy beauty sleep for life? See what's their response. The response, high chance, right? 90% will say yes, right? Who don't want, right? Okay, so ask them this question, enjoy beauty sleep, because beauty sleep, what is this? When we sleep, we look better. So talk about this blanket. Show them this wonderful blanket that you love. If you love the blanket, it will come out of you very differently. Your mouth, your body language, your tone, everything will be different. And it's not just that. We have won 3 number ones. And then highlight what are the 3 number ones. And this number one is not done by MLife, it's done by external party. Also for credibility, it is good to mention that, wow, it's been selling for the last 30 years. Okay, give a lot of credibility. Don't overdo, but have your excitement. Okay, next, share testimony time. So I'm sure Mr. Chin, you all know how to share. This one I will not elaborate, but key thing is to show that someone who lives healthily, exercise regularly, cannot sleep well. It's surprising for me initially, but it is a fact. He cannot sleep well. So with this device, he is looking 10 years younger in just 5 months. Okay, highlight the differences in the arm, the differences on the forehead. You see, it's so shiny now. You know, when you share, you need to get a bit excited. Huh? Okay, next. If you have seen, okay, backtrack a bit. If you have seen Mr. Chin personally, add that in, because I think, again, it adds credibility. Because sometimes people will think, don't know real or not, because these two look like 2 different persons. Okay, if you have seen him before, say that, I've seen him before, I've taken a picture with him as well. Okay. Next, this Miss Q from Kuching, read about her background, because this slide doesn't show. When you know her background, you can say it more confidently. She was a stroke patient, and then she's using both our sleep device and the platinum blanket, and see that she really looked younger, looked prettier, you know, because only within 5 months. So talk about it rather than just show before after. It's like, okay, so what? So if you mention about her stroke history and all that, it will actually help this person who is listening have a better understanding. Okay. Next is our Singaporean testimony, Jessie. If you know Jessie, I think definitely you can relate better. So Jessie says she count her freckles in the morning. So talk about that. And then say, wow, 5 months before and after, can you see? Then you try and relate. If people goes for facial services and said, hey, you know, this kind of thing is very difficult to get rid of. Yeah, you can do all kind of treatment, but it's very difficult to remove. So you see, by sleeping only you can. Okay, and this person is my friend. If it's not your friend, I met her before. So these little additions will help. Okay. And this Kelly is from KL. See, she also have improvement on her face. Okay. Okay. So it's the same way you mentioned. So at the end, summarize. Give a summary of the platinum blanket, because they hear so much from us, right? Then can they remember anything at all? So just tell them, what is this limb circulation? You know, why is it that this limb circulation, why does it need help? Why do we need the blanket? Because it can only be accelerated by exercise or massage. Do you exercise? No, too lazy, no time. Now, do you go for massage? You'll say, no, I don't dare to go because this COVID, I don't dare. I want to minimize my risk. Then how else are you going to move your limb? So also, if they don't understand, if they don't know what is limb, then you just tell them, don't know what is lymphatic system. You know, at your house, you know the sewage system, when you flush the toilet, our lymphatic system is actually the sewage, like to flush out all the dirty stuff from our body. And our blood vessel actually bring in the fresh supply, just like the water supply that we have in our house. So give them examples if they are not very don't have a lot of knowledge on health. Okay. Next is really to ask them, do you have time to sleep? Have you ever forgotten to sleep, or you're too lazy to sleep? They'll be wondering why you ask this kind of question, right? So good, let them wonder, because nobody ever forgets to sleep, which is why I want to share this with you, because this is something that you can use every single night, no matter how busy you are. This is really going to, this slide, the intention is to impress upon them that no matter how busy you are, how forgetful you are, how lazy you are, you will end up sleeping every day. Okay, so this is the intention of the slide. Okay. Next, when you see this, you know what we're going to talk about. We're going to impress them with, or maybe not, it can be impressing. It can be also let them realize that you talk so much, Japanese product, sure, very expensive. This definitely, they may not even, some people will not say it, some people will say it, but they will sure think Japanese product is too expensive. When you bring out this slide, this is where you said, yeah, actually this product is not cheap because it's made in Japan, and it's also recognized as a home and medical device by their Japan Health Ministry. So in Singapore, it's about mid-price. It's averaging about $5,000, $4,000, $5,000. But in Malaysia, it's times 3. So it's a high price product. But in one afternoon, we can actually sell 230 units. And that is equivalent to Sing dollar, $1 million sales in just one afternoon, 3 hours. Why? Do you know why? Basically, these people, the staff actually went to interview them. They said, yeah, it's expensive, but because I can use it every single day, I see the value. So it's all about seeing value. It's not about how much, you know. So when people can see value, they will find a way to buy. Some people have the money, some people may not have the money, but when they see value, they will find a way. So this is to give confidence that this is a product for people who needs it. Okay. Now we have finished the 3 Ps. Now we are at P4, unique selling point. So we started by saying Purple Ocean, right? Later we're going to run through Purple Ocean. So we are talking about comprehensive efficiency. So we create maximum result with minimum resources. And we have our online, offline, or one-to-one. Okay, so what's the objective of our P4? P4 objective is to look at this evolutionary business model that we have in the health arena. Okay, that's the Purple Ocean. Okay, and now we are looking at, just now we already compared the blue and the red ocean, right? So the comparison here is a bit different. If you see the slide, okay, it talks about which one is better. Should you choose red or should you choose blue? Okay, so red, we already said just now, many people already know about it. It's repeat sales. You can easily close online because the quantum is probably lower. And then what about the blue ocean? It's innovative because less competition. We are highly efficient. As you can see just now, 3 hours, we can sell 230 units. And then we have a special weapon, experiential marketing. And we also have our event to support us. Okay, so at this point, they don't have to choose. We're just comparing. The intention of this slide to show them the advantage of each one. Okay, before we head on to the purple. Then this is where we're going to say, so what is actually this purple ocean opportunity that we are talking about? So we have the red ocean, proven, competitive, but proven, still working. And then we have our blue ocean, innovative and lots of potential. But when you merge the two circles together, people who do, we all go to school, right? We have art lesson, right? You merge the two colors together, blue with red, you got a purple color. And what does this purple offer us? Purple offer us a combination of both. And this can be a norm, and this is a norm. You go and ask Mr. Google again. So we talk about having the best of both worlds, right? Yeah, this is the best of both worlds. Okay, so the intent of this is to show this red, blue, and purple. Okay. Next, aeroplane comes out. Okay, the aeroplane comes out. What is the aeroplane trying to tell us? It's talking about the evolution of the business trend. So basically, what we want to highlight or emphasize to them in this is an aeroplane needs 2 engines to be able to fly, right? And for our business, we also have 2 engines. And our first engine, the main focus is still our exercise and sleep. Okay, exercise actually is referring to our Platinum Energy Spa, but sleep is still our main business. But what do we have for repeat sales is number 2 on the left, which is our drink and diet. Okay, so this is to tell them we have this plus that. Okay, and with that you can multiply your income because you get income from 2 sides. Okay, so this is the intention of this slide, showing this aeroplane. And next, what is this? This is talking about what we have, other people may not have. What other people have, we also have. Isn't it nice? Just now we mentioned a best of both worlds. We just want to tell them that we cover a comprehensive range. Okay, this slide don't have to drag for too long. Okay, next, the unique selling point. Okay, we are not a typical direct selling company. So if they are familiar, we can just bring them straight to this for this example. If they are not familiar, you know, maybe you spend a little bit of time to explain, but this should be pretty easy to explain. So you can mention like, okay, a typical direct selling company, they are selling supplements. Their supplement is $40. They need to find 1,000 packs in order to achieve a 40,000 sales just to earn 4,000 a month. So ask them, 4,000 people, easy to find or not? And because this kind relies on repeat sales, right? This month find 1,000 or next month need to find another 1,000. And to find 1,000 people, we have to talk to more than 1,000 people to get this 1,000. Do you think that's easy? Most people will not reply. Never mind, it's okay, continue. Just say that. Ours, the difference is this. Our average price, we use 4,000 as an example. To generate the same amount of sales, 40,000, we only need 10 packs. Okay, which is why, this is the important point, which is why our business, our Blue Ocean business, attract a lot of business owners, attract a lot of professionals and high-level executive. Why? Because their time is money and they want to use the least amount of time to make the most amount of money versus spend a lot of time and make little money. So you choose what is it that you want. Okay, so this slide is also to have the ability to show them the differences between the red ocean and the blue ocean. Okay, and also to show them that we actually have both. Yeah, so this is the beauty of it. Okay. Okay, next, everybody is at home, right? So if we can earn a passive income while we are at home, safer environment, why not? So this is what we want to ask them. If you can stay at home, be with your family, wear comfortable clothing most of the time and earn a passive income, would you be interested? And the best part is everything has gone online. We have no global boundaries. Do you have friends in other countries? And you actually don't need to know how to share like what I'm sharing with you, because we have over 20 online events every week for you to leverage. All you need to do is to learn how to invite them. And when you invite them, they come and listen. Someone else is doing the sharing for you. And the best part is we have it in up to five different languages. Yeah. And you're new to this business, you have not done this business before. All you need is the right attitude. We have lots of training and support. So all I need from you is your attitude, your come in with an open mind. Okay. So that's the intent of this, to let them know the support available. Okay. The possibility out there. And they are not actually doing this alone. Okay. Now this slide, what is this slide trying to convey? What message is this trying to convey? You see online, offline, you know, so many words. Basically, we want to tell people there are advantages for online, there are advantages for offline. So now because of the pandemic, for safety, we do online. But there'll come a day when it is safer for us to be out there. We can also do offline. So list out the advantages of online. Wow, it's very efficient. You don't have to travel. You save traveling time. Okay, you can actually have a quick transaction because it's online. Okay, what about offline? Offline is very different. Say today when I'm talking to you all, right, over Zoom, I can't really relate with everyone because your cameras are not on. But offline is very different. Offline is we are meeting face to face, we are having lunch, having coffee, you know. So you can feel the warmth, you can feel the care, you can feel the trust. So with online and offline, it's very good because you can actually have a complete process. Yeah. So this slide, the intention is to tell them that whether online or offline, you can choose. There are two ways to do it. It's not just one way. Yeah, not like opening shop. You can only do it offline. You don't open shop, that's it. Okay. Okay. Next, we talk about this strategy for post-pandemic. So we talk about three areas. This three picture is trying to show us the army, right? From those what you call that? The Navy, the Air Force, and the army on land. Three forces. But what are we referring to in our business context? In our business context is basically referring to what we just talked about: online, offline, and one-to-one. So this slide, you also don't have to say too much, but it's just telling them that there are different ways to run our business. Okay. Okay, P5, marketing plan. So what's the objective of our marketing plan? So this objective is to look at the efficiency, how simple our marketing plan is, and also to look at the different, the three main income, talk about multiplication, and talk and share success story and travel incentive. Okay. So this marketing plan, I'm not here to share marketing plan today, so I'm going to open up the entire table. So basically, if you are not familiar with marketing plan, you have to, because this is your business, right? Go and listen to Cynthia's last training. Get yourself familiarized with the marketing plan so that when you say it, you say it with a good level of understanding. Okay, so we let them know there are 4 types of membership, you know, at different kind of entry level, depending on what they're comfortable in. But this slide, right, is to tell them that different kind of comfort level in terms of finances. They can join us, be it Gold, Platinum, VIP, or VVIP, and also highlight. This is a slide to highlight that when you invest more, you get more. Highlight that, okay, what I like to highlight, because it's what I personally like, is no matter whether, because there are people who don't like network, they will say, oh, people who join early gets the benefit. But in our case, it is true, because in any business, not just in network, when you start early, you actually have the benefit. But in our case, whether you join 2 years ago or you join today, your direct sponsor is the same. It only the membership type will determine your direct sponsor. Stephanie, your question, maybe you can check with your leader. Maybe you check your leader where to get it. Yeah. So then next is the team bonus. This is a part I like, because I also hear many people say that network marketing, you know, when you're up there, you get more, people down there slot, you know, and they get little. So in our case, I proudly tell people, it is not, and what you heard is not entirely true, because team bonus is the same. It's 15% for everyone. Okay. And then there comes a daily maximum. This is important, because when you join as a Gold member, highlight that daily maximum, they can only get 100. And then how much they can get? 300 is a platinum, VIP 900. Why do I choose to be a VVIP? It is because it gives me the maximum daily max, not just 1, but 3. Okay, so have that excitement there. And on top of that, we also have our repeat purchase bonus, which actually range from 8 to 30%. Okay, just highlight. Okay, then this slide, the intention is to provide example. Okay, intention of this slide is to provide example. Again, be clear when you're presenting. Do not, actually, it's not necessary to work out a full math with them unless they want to. It's to show them that once they join as a VVIP, when they find two friends, they can earn 1875. Ask them, is this a good income? Because they're not looking for 20 or 200 people, it's just two. And these two friends, they will even get support on how to find these two. Okay, so if they are going for the blue ocean, what if they prefer the red ocean? You know, they prefer to take our CAP program. So example 2 is to show, oh, if they are keen to join us in our Self-Empower program, also can. This is our red ocean. So when you actually recommend people, you actually get recommend someone, you get $50. When you earn the team bonus, you get 65. What if you get 15 repeat purchases? You will have 975. You can choose one or the other, but tell them in M Life, you don't have to choose. You can do both. Okay, because that's what I'm doing. So, okay, so far, give me a 1. We are nearly there. This is quite a long presentation, but give me a 1 if everything is going fine. Thank you, Daphne. Okay, thank you, Wendy. So you are all still awake, like me. The more I say, the more excited I get. Okay, I'm going to open up everything, like I mentioned today, because I'm not here to share with you the marketing plan, but it's just to show the Wendy exclamation mark. Okay, thank you. So this slide is to emphasize the duplication and the multiplication, because when we work, I don't think you can achieve that. Your work is your work. Whereas when we do this business, right, while I'm here talking, my business partners, my team who are not in this Zoom listening, they are doing something out there. So every person is fair. Every person only has 24 hours. So depending on how many hours you want to work, but everybody has only 24 hours. How nice if your 24 hours can be multiplied and duplicated. And this is how this business, network business, allows that to happen. So on top, you see when you, just now, the earlier slide we have 15 repeat purchases of the CAP program, you get 975. So your blue ocean, that's why we have a best of both worlds. Your blue ocean, you have 4 of 1875. 4 of 1875 is your DZ 3 feet. You get 1,005. This is just team bonus. We're not talking about direct sponsor. So when they duplicate downwards, when it's 16 people, we're talking about 6,000. And you duplicate further, the next level. See, level is including you is only 1, 2, 3, only 4 levels. At the level 4 is 64 people, is 24,000. You add it up, it's 32,000. Is it easy? I won't. Yes, but if you are a salaried staff earning 6,000 a month, what is your potential of reaching 32,000 by working harder? That's why we mentioned there is a limit. Yeah, okay. So these are some examples that you can actually share with your friend. Having that clarity, you will be able to share. Without the clarity, you will just be showing them the 32,000, which may not mean anything to them. So this is something that you have to be very clear about. Okay. So also highlight the unlimited time and the unlimited generation. Okay. They can do it at any time, because most people, unless they are really in a very bad situation, they don't like to be pushed. Especially people here, right, in Singapore, they don't like to be pushed. I don't think anybody like in any country. But when they see that how it's going to benefit them, humans are like that. When they can see how is it going to benefit them and even their family, you don't have to push them. So this is the part that is important for us when we are trying to convey a message. Help them see their need. Yeah, okay. And you can actually mention just now the 1,002. Remember I mentioned 1,002 is not just one, it's 3 team bonuses. The potential is not 32,000. The potential is 108,000. Yeah, so it's just a matter of whether they want to work for it or not. Compared to working for someone, even you work 24 hours, you will not get this. Okay. And next, we don't just have our plan A, we have our plan B income as well. So This plan B income, it is our repeat sales. So even if this picture is trying to illustrate, say you have a member, not very active, but this person has one line with lots of people because they have builders below. And recently, if you do not already know, the company has revised the percentage from 10% to 30% for the first level, which is your direct sponsor, to 30%. So this is a good percentage. So even if your member, if they only have one active line, but this line has grown so big to like 10 generation, 15 generation, right? Don't underestimate $5. Huh? When you have 10,000 members, the $5 can give you a lot of money. 50K got how many zero? Huh? So this plan B is also a very good income stream, especially now when we have this CAP program, CAP program, not just now, but people, because when our body is in a better shape, better cell, we use our device, we get better outcome, best investment, right, for our health. Yeah, put in the money already, must make the most out of it. So have an understanding, get excited first. I repeat this many times because it's very important. Okay. So this one, don't have to dwell too much in case this person is not a numbers person like me. They see all these numbers, they get confused. Just show them the potential. Okay. And just now, mentioned to them, hey, just now I show you 2 engines. Actually, we have 3, So show them here. First 2, the first one, second one you saw. Now, what is the third one? Third one is what I just showed you. It's our repeat sales plan. So this is a passive income. Even with one line, we can also generate a lot of income. So during the entire presentation, it's good to always pause, look at them, pause, and ask questions. And this is possible with one-to-one and small groups. I encourage them to turn on their camera and ask them, yeah, so don't you think when an aeroplane have 3 engines, can fly faster and further and more stable? So this is what we are trying to illustrate for our business. We don't rely on one income. We have 3. Okay, is to actually boost confidence. Okay, and next is storytelling time. So we know that on top are our Team Elite 3. So the more story you know about the Team Elite 3, the better it is that for you to be equipped, depending on what kind of background your friend is. If your friend is a teacher, then you can talk about Cynthia. If your friend is a young working adult, you can talk about Dao Xiong. If your friend is a housewife, talk about Irene. If your friend is a businessman, talk about Mr. Chu, just to name a few. Okay, so read about their story because it will help you explain, or not explain, it will help you talk to your friend and relate it better. And then below this picture is all our Team Elites. So if inside have your friend, say example, Daphne. Daphne, where's Daphne? Wow. Daphne. So say Daphne. Talk about Daphne. And if you know more than a few of them, talk about them. And then share your dream. Don't just talk about other people. Say, hey, I want to be there in 2 years' time. You want to be with me or not? So use this to tell story and use this to excite. Okay. Next, talk about our offline event. Whether your friend is the kind that like all this we call rara. I don't used to like rara, but now I really miss all this rara because I do have people who told after when I invited her for 2019 a recognition event, and she bought an MF. Subsequently, I like to ask for feedback. So I asked, so why did you join? So the person told me, oh, it looks like a doable business. Then I asked, okay, what else? He said, the recognition night is very interesting. And I was really surprised. Honestly, I was surprised. She said, wow, they make people feel very important. I was like, wow, it's true. When we're on the stage, we really feel appreciated. Okay, my last job, the longest job I was in was like 10 years. Yeah, I know I'm appreciated, but it's a very different way compared to getting you dressed up, putting you on the stage and making you feel really good about yourself. This is something not common in a normal work environment. Yeah, and really is still got Rolex, yes. Yeah, so we really feel very, I mean, I felt appreciated. I mean, those of you who has been on stage before, you understand what I mean. So there are people who likes all this. There are people who really like it. It's just that if you don't talk about it, they don't say it. So people say, no la, because I used to be one of them. No la, don't want all this lah, just give me the money. But when you're on the stage, it is very different. Trust me. Imagine if we can't have physical event, imagine yourself on the stage. I'm sure you can get there. And when we can do physical event again, please make sure you appear, okay? Yeah, so there are people who like this kind of recognition because they slog for a company for 20, 30 years. All they get probably is a certificate framed up or maybe $200 shopping voucher, you know? Yeah, spread your wings. Yeah, this is why am I excited? Because this is a platform that allows us to really transform our life, not just financially, personally. Life is really transformed, you know, the meaning is really there if you really embrace this culture, okay? And holiday is something that we miss a lot. So for people who can afford holiday, say, never mind, I go for my own holiday. But, you know, I used to think like that as well. So I'm the people that I'm talking about, right? But after I experienced the first holiday, I'm like, hey, this holiday is different because we are treated like a VIP. Our food is all paid for. And most importantly, is the company as in the people. The people in M Life really work hard and play very, very hard. So when the travel incentive come out again, please fight very hard for it because I look forward to go for this holiday with you all, okay? And wow, still have Joanne?
Yeah.
I will speed up, okay? So lastly, after we talk so much, what about closing? What about closing? Don't talk in the end, no closing, you know, because this is a very common mistake people make. Okay, the real closing happened right at the start, meaning the emotional closing. So there's a difference. Emotional closing happened right at the start because we try to engage, try to touch their heart. It happened at the beginning. But the actual closing happens at the end. What is it? The objective is to emphasize, hey, why choose M Life? There are so many network marketing out there. Why choose M Life? And what are the ways to join M Life? You know, when I say objective to find out their interest, is really to ask. When you actually come to the point, I'll show you where to ask, okay? So the M Life business, what are our prospects in the next 3 to 5 years? We already show the potential and also show the potential that every single human being in the world needs to sleep. And during pandemic, what can happen for us versus other businesses? Okay, and also the how much, and also if you happen to know they have a lot of money in the bank, ask them how much interest are you getting versus taking the money out to invest. What kind of returns can you get? Okay, and this is if they are office worker, tell them that this is a platform that can actually allow a transformation for them as a person. Okay, and this is the YM Life part. And being a boss, I'm sure everybody has a little dream to want to be a boss. It's just what kind of business you want to embark on. So if they're already a boss, then why not consider having another source of income? You can use Mr. Chu as an example, another source of income. Okay, this is a YM Life part. This is really getting them to like think, hey, assuming you have already got them so far to want to do something for their life. Then now is the stage where you want to try and steer them towards considering M Life as their option. Okay. And this is the part. Just now I showed you, right? There are 4 ways to join. So these are the 4 ways. Remember, we have different products. Okay, so we have our sleep device. You know, we buy a sleep device, you don't even need to pay membership fee. You use this to enjoy better sleep. You already our VVIP member. Okay, if you like beauty, our platinum blanket. Then if you want to come in as a platinum, you can just go with our 2 pillow. Or if you prefer, because of this pandemic, you think, you don't want to put in so much, you can also start with a pillow or an eyebrow, or even our CAP program. It only costs you a few $100s. At this point, you can ask, which one will you go for if you were to join? So this is a good time to test. Don't just keep rattling and rattling and rattling, okay? So test it out and talk about it. And because they may have questions for you. And lastly, talk about our seed program, buy now, pay later. You know, I hope you are familiar with the seed program up to the extent that you are able to share. Okay, so highlight the benefit of paying less than $1,000. You can bring home 2 products to start using, enjoy better sleep, enjoy better skin, enjoy beauty, and at the same time become our platinum member to start the business rolling. Okay, so our seed program has got the single and has got the double. And finally, ask them, do you have 12 friends? List down 12 names now. And then in 2 weeks, I help you find 4 partners. We do this business together. So if you are meeting them, it's good to ask them to write down immediately. You may face people who say, I don't have friends. This is so common. It's okay. It's okay. If you don't have friends, it's okay. Take out your phone. Pen and paper is the best. Or maybe you prepare for them. It's even better. Give them the pen and paper and say, don't have, it's okay lah. Maybe you help them by saying, colleagues, who are your 2 closest colleagues? You know how to do name listing? Give them ideas, 2 closest colleagues, 2 closest secondary school friends. Then they'll tell you, but I haven't been in contact for a long time. It's okay, just list down first. If you go to university, if you go to polytechnic, every category list out 2, sure have 12 one. It's not that hard. Okay, so this is the part you need to learn how to do. Okay, but this is to show them that after, you'll be surprised after you go through the different things, right? If you have your beautician, your hairstylist, you know, they might have easily more than 12 names. Okay, then breakout room. If let's say you are in a big group or small group discussion, ask them to go into a breakout room to be with the people who invited them. Okay, because in a big session, most people will not ask question because shy lah, okay, won't ask question. But the minute you send them into a breakout room, they are seeing only people they know. They become more familiar and more comfortable to open up and start saying things that they will not say in a bigger group. So this, if you are doing your small group or even if with the big sessions, it is important to go into a breakout room. Okay, and don't expect them to say anything to everyone else that they don't know, every 20 or even 50 people that they don't know. Okay, and this is a summary. You may want to snap. I will not run through again because it's the same thing that I mentioned, but we summarize it in point form for each of the P's for you to have an overview. Okay, yeah. And this is the P5 closing, and the kickstart is the name list. So name list can also be people who are very health conscious, people who like natural wellness, people whom you can easily influence. Okay. And I finally come to the end of today's session.